Good morning, everybody. It is really, really good to see all of you here. Thank you for taking time out of your morning to be here for this wonderful celebration this morning. I'm Stephen Whitburn. I'm the council member for this district, for the neighborhood that we're going to be celebrating Pride in. I am joined on the city council by two other members of the LGBTQ community, Councilmember Marni von Wilpert, who is right here, as well as Councilmember Jen Campbell, who recently had surgery. She can't be here in person this morning, but she's certainly here with us in spirit. I am also joined on the city council by six amazing allies of the LGBTQ community, some of whom are with us. Our council president, Joe LaCava, is here with us. We've got Councilmember Sean Elo Rivera here with us. We've got Councilmember Raul Campillo here with us as well. And we've got other allies that will be making their way down during the course of things this morning. We're also joined by another ally. Our city attorney, Heather Ferbert, is with us here this morning. And to top it off, we've got a gay mayor, Mayor Todd Gloria. Well, Pride is certainly going to be a celebration, as always, this year. But I also think that this Pride is the most important Pride that we have had in many, many years when you look at what is happening at the federal level. Many members of our community are terrified that they and their families are going to lose their health care, terrified that they may lose their jobs or be unable to get a job, terrified that they may lose their support systems. So this year, in addition to celebrating, we are also taking a stand. We're making it clear that we are here, we're not going anywhere, and that our love, our truth, and our dignity will never be erased. Remember, Pride has its roots in a protest. The first Pride was in 1970. It was commemorating the Stonewall riots of 1969. So our roots are in a protest. With progress, we have come to celebrate, but I think this year, as much as any, there's going to be an element of protest coursing through our veins more than ever. Now, to help begin this ceremony today, I'd like to invite two young San Diegans who personify the future that we are fighting for. Please welcome Marcelo Lindsay, a third grader from Longfellow Elementary, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish, and Danielle Orlando Bustamante, a fourth grader from Phoebe Hurst Elementary, who will lead us in English. Marcelo and Daniel, please take it away.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Juro fidelidad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios indivisible con libertad y justicia para todos.
Wonderful job. Can we get another round of applause for our two Pledge of Allegiance leaders? Yes, fantastic job. Welcome, everyone. Happy Pride. My name is Marni von Wilpert. I am a San Diego City Council member representing District 5. I'm very proud to represent my very home neighborhood of Scripps Ranch, Rancho Bernardo, Coral Mountain, and those are places where when I was a teenager, it didn't really feel safe to be out necessarily. You know, I graduated high school from Scripps Ranch High School in 2001, and out LGBT students, the very few that there were bullied, were made fun of, were called slanders. And we recently had our 20-year high school reunion, yes, I am dating myself a little bit, at the Rail in Hillcrest, and no one batted an eye. It was really lovely to feel so welcome by the peers that I had grown up with and realize that we could be a loving community that we are now. And I know that we are facing some very uncertain times in this country around our LGBTQ rights. As Councilmember Whitburn said, people are losing their careers just because of who they are. People are worried about their safety just because of who they are. Last year in this Pride ceremony, my best friends who live in Hillcrest woke up to someone having ripped the pride flag out of their front yard and burning it in their driveway on Richmond and University. And so we're trying to figure out, how do we fight back? What does pride mean to us? And one of my favorite communicators is a recently elected Congresswoman named Sarah McBride. She's incredible. She's the first trans woman to be in Congress. And she gave an incredible address recently about when she entered Congress, a lot of other Congress members immediately floated bills to prohibit her from using a bathroom in the halls of Congress. They immediately put in bills to say that you have to dress how we want you to dress, not according to your own identity. And everyone looked to her as the first transgender person in Congress, and said, what are you going to do about this? How are you going to fight back? And she had to think about how to be a leader in that moment. In this era of social media, we think the only way to fight back is to react instantly and to yell and to scream, because that's what we have been conditioned into doing. But she didn't do that. She said, I know what these people want is not some deep philosophical discussion on bathroom policy. They want attention. They want to be like a reality TV show. And so the more they come after me, do I allow them that attention? Do I give them that screen time on national TV? Or do I do what I was elected to do, which was to be a damn good member of Congress? And she did. But she wasn't given grace by people in our own community, because they said, you're not fighting the way that we can see you fighting. And she reminded us in this speech, she said, well, think about the Little Rock Nine and all the young black students in the 1950s and 60s who walked through hordes of angry white adults screaming at them, trying to keep their schools segregated. What they did, their fight was a quiet strength and show of dignity. And those pictures showed the world what it meant to fight through strength and dignity. When they calmly entered the school, that's what changed the world. So there is many ways to fight the attacks that we're seeing. Sometimes we do have to stand up in the streets. Sometimes we do have to protest. But sometimes we just have to live our lives and show how beautiful it is to be married to the person we love, to raise the children that we wanted to raise, to be out and proud, and to be a damn good mayor, a damn good city council member. Damn good at your job if you're in PUD or in our water department or our police department or our fire department. That is also a way. Or in the armed services. That's also a way to protest, is just show the world how good we are. So I want to thank you for being here today. I'm so excited for Pride, because another way to protest is that do not let them take our joy. We are going to have joy this weekend. We are going to show how wonderful it is to be part of this loving community, whether you're gay, straight, trans, ally. I am so proud of San Diego. And on this 51st anniversary, I'll close with remembering the very first Pride March in San Diego, before a lot of us were born, in 1974, was merely 400 attendees marching quietly through throngs of protesters. But guess what? In 2023, we had over 300,000 people celebrating here in San Diego on the Pride Parade and on the streets. And that is the biggest event, the biggest Pride event in Southern California, actually, is San Diego's. So congratulations, San Diego. We made it a long way, and I'm very proud to be here, and I'm very proud to be celebrating Pride with all of you, especially with my dear friend and colleague, the first openly gay mayor of San Diego, Todd Gloria.
She's so good. Well done, Councilmember Von Wilpert. Always love to hear her speak. And thank you to yourself, to Councilmember Whitburn and Councilmember Campbell for being our hosts this morning. This is a great turnout. It's wonderful to see so many folks in chambers. And welcome to San Diego City Hall, and happy Pride Week, everybody. I want to particularly welcome the many community leaders and organizations who are here this morning. But in particular, I want to express my appreciation and my pride, no pun intended, at our city's LGBTQ plus employee alliance. For all all our out city employees, thank you so much for what you do and for your representation and providing the public services that our city is so proud to deliver. It's great to have you all here this morning with your flags. You guys look fantastic. I also want to just acknowledge also the history that was mentioned by both Councilmember Whitburn and Von Wilpert, as well as Dr. Campbell, if she were here, and we certainly wish her a speedy recovery. They're the latest in a long line of leaders who have made our collective community extremely proud and has really helped to make San Diego a national and I would say international leader on the issue of equality. And their continued presence here signals to people all across this city that they are welcomed and valued and a part of our city's civic, and political, and cultural life. And so it is wonderful and it's a joy to watch them work in service alongside allies who are also elected. Many of you will remember there was a time when members of the City Council would not sign the Pride Proclamation out of, well, prejudice. That no longer happens, and it's not something that I think any of us take for granted. And so for each of the council members, our council president, our city attorney who are here, who continue to be stalwart allies, we don't take you for granted. We appreciate every single one of you in the ways that you stand up for our community. I'm worthy of... Like my colleagues, I want to acknowledge the times where we find ourselves in. We are now gathering at a time when it is easy and understandable to feel discouraged, when we see chaos and cruelty being used to divide communities and to target us and so many others. We know what is happening. It feels relentless, and I know that it's hard not to get lost in the darkness of our current time. But I want to offer this. Pride has always been a response to adversity, as Councilmember Whitburn made clear. It was never meant to be about those who sought to bring us down, but rather coming together to lift one another up. And we need that now more than ever. It's always about choosing visibility over fear, to choose joy over shame, and to choose hope over despair. And yes, we must continue to be vigilant. And yes, we must continue to fight back when our rights and our safety are being threatened. But let's be clear. Our community knows how to fight. And with the support of our allies, we not only know how to fight, we also know how to win. We have been fighting, and we will keep fighting with grace, with grit, with conviction to ensure that future generations, some who are here this morning, are empowered to be their authentic selves, to love who they choose to love, and to enjoy the freedoms that come with full equality and justice under the law. And so as we enter our Pride Week here in the city of San Diego, let's not lose sight of that celebration and of that joy. Our celebration of our progress and our victories that we've achieved over the past 60 years, and our joy that no one, no matter how cruel, no matter how loud, no matter how powerful, can ever take away from us. None of us would be here if it were not without the persistence, work of, and heroic efforts of the trailblazing generation who came before us. Relentless San Diegans who decades ago shed blood, sweat, and tears in the name of equality. The freedom to openly express our pride and our joy in who we are as a people is what they fought for. And one of those iconic leaders are with us here today. I will have the great pleasure of being able to introduce him to you. He's a fighter for freedom, a passionate advocate, activist, a monarch, a grand queen, and the self-proclaimed, although sanctioned by the mayor himself, Mayor of Hillcrest, my good friend Nicole Ramirez. And before Nicole comes forward, I would remind, Nicole's getting a little more modest as he gets a little bit older. I know it's shocking, but I'm witness to it as well. Marni had mentioned about the first Pride, I think Stephen did as well, in this city. That was Nicole. Nicole, with Tom Homan and Jess Jessup, showed up at the San Diego Police Headquarters and filed the petition, or the permit, for the very first Pride Parade. And Nicole and Tom and Jess were turned away by the police department and told that that would never happen in the city. A year later, if you know Nicole came back and got the job done. And for decades now, Nicole has been getting the job done on behalf of our community, not just here in San Diego, but across California and across the United States. We live freer and fairer lives because Nicole had the bravery that many others didn't in those times, understandably, did not have in those times. I admire Nicole more than I can possibly express, in part because my life is better because of what he has done. And I know that that's true for all of us here this morning. So Nicole is going to honor, as he always does, other people in our community. But I ask you right now to honor Nicole for the trailblazing, historic, and legacy-bearing work that he has done for our community for so very long. It gives me great pleasure to introduce City Commissioner Nicole Murray Ramirez.
Thank you so much. I thought I was going to cry, but I've had more plastic surgery than Joan Rivers, so I don't have any more tear ducats. Good morning, buenos dias. 51 years ago, when Vietnam veteran Jess Jessup, attorney Tom Homan, and I went downtown to try to get a permit for a gay pride march. The police department refused our request, but we marched anyway, knowing that at that time, our lifestyle was against the law in California, including cross-dressing, and I was in drag. Much younger, much thinner, much prettier. At that time, we people of color called the downtown then police headquarters the Gestapo headquarters because of their always harassing us and yes, beating up people of color and gays. Our city council was composed of all older white men, and the mayor at that time refused to meet with us because of us wanting to meet about the harassment. And at those times, Jews were not allowed in La Jolla, and our future black city councilman, our first one, Leon Williams, was refused service at a downtown restaurant hotel. LGBT people could not get a liquor license and own a gay bar. Yes, as my late friend, the Reverend George Walker Smith, famously stated, San Diego was the Mississippi of the West Coast, and it was. Even the national headquarters of the American Nazi Party was located in San Diego County. We of the Stonewall generation of the 1960s and 70s have indeed been blessed to see the changes and progress that has happened in San Diego, in our nation. But now we see that our nation is moving backwards and not forward, as hate again is on the rise. Just last week, a Baptist minister, very well known in Indiana, called upon this administration, and I quote, to execute LGBTQ Americans. And just this past Sunday, here in San Diego, one Jewish temple and two Christian churches were once again subjected to Nazi and anti-Christian graffiti on their houses of worship in Hillcrest. And I want to thank the San Diego Police Department, who has established a hate crimes department and has taken the lead in this effort to stop the rise of hate crime in our city. I think they deserve a round of applause. But there are other things that are going on, and that is our hardworking refugees are afraid and undocumented, are afraid to go to their churches, their children to school, and parents to their jobs. Yes, something is wrong with America, but we want to thank today our 37th mayor and our council members. Why? Because we thank you for standing up and speaking out, not only for the LGBTQ community, but for our document and refugees community. Thank you, Mayor and council members. So 50 years ago, San Diego became the first city to establish an LGBTQA+ pride titles and honors, and now they're in every city, not only in our nation, but all over the world. They have pride title holders and honorees. This year, honorees are very special, as our Mr. Pride San Diego, for the first time, is a proud active duty transgender man. Our Miss MS Pride is a bisexual woman. Our Miss MISS Pride is an immigrant who has become an immigrant from Mexico who has proudly become an American citizen. And for the first time, San Diego is the home of Miss International Pride, who is a straight ally and also a proud veteran. So let me introduce you to these people. If our mayor could get ready to sash them. And where is Marty? You're going to crown them. Oh. So first, and then if you could stand up and go over there. Miss International Pride 2025 is a proud Iraq Marine Corps veteran whose husband and her have been active and strong allies, friends of our LGBT community for many years. She is the chef of our annual community Thanksgiving dinner and a member of numerous LGBTQ organizations, is also a member of the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. She is a reminder that our LGBT plus community is also comprised of allies, friends, and families. Ladies and gentlemen, she is Kiki Tolson, Miss International Pride 2025. And let's recognize her husband over there with a cowboy hat, Jeremy. Our Miss MISS San Diego Pride 2025 is a proud Mexican immigrant who in 2017 became an American citizen. She is a drag entertainer that entertains every year at countless community benefits and is a member of VIDA, a Latino LGBT organization. She is Maya Glitterstone. That's an interesting drag name. Glitterstone, Miss San Diego Pride 2025. Our Miss MS San Diego Pride 2025 also makes history today as our first honorary who is bisexual. She is a proud bisexual Asian immigrant woman. A community advocate, she is from the Philippines and has become a respected and successful voice and leader in the corporate and nonprofit San Diego region. She is known for her deep commitment to uplifting those often left at the margins. She is also a dedicated member of many organizations. She is a co-founder of the San Diego Inclusive Network, past president of the San Diego Human Dignity Foundation. She is Madeline Malou, Miss San Diego Pride 2025. And her husband and son are here with us. Why don't you stand? Thank you. Last but not least is our Mr. San Diego Pride 2025, who has become known as a national leader and advocate for the transgender community. He is a proud Puerto Rican, American, and even, look, I wrote this early in the morning in my he is a proud advocate and a transgender American who fulfilled in 2013 a longtime dream of becoming an active duty member of the United States Navy, which he still is, and it serves as a second-class petty officer. He has received a Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal and was honored as the Junior Sailor of the Quarter by his commander. And his husband of 13 years is also an active military duty personnel. The San Diego LGBT community, yes, our nation, LGBT community, is proud of his years of activism and leadership, especially on behalf of our transgender community. Oh, he's also a member of Trans Family who are here with us this morning. You know, I think, and he's not going to, and I beg your indulgence, I think it's important, especially during time, that he come up and say a few words.
For many years, I was looked down upon for being different and queer. And for many years, I was told I wasn't good enough to serve our country, even though it was my biggest dream. I came to San Diego and found my home, and I found a community I never knew existed. They became my armor. They showed me what it was to be resilient and to fight back, and that visibility was so important. It's more important now than ever, especially in this current environment. Not just for the ones who can't speak, but for our youth that's coming forward. They need to see what they can be and not be told what they cannot be. So I'm just an honor to be here, and I'll keep fighting, and I will use this title and take it far as I always do with every title. It is now a new piece of my uniform that I will wear proudly every year. So thank you.
And lastly, I think that we should, oh, come on. Oh. Daniel, will you come up here? You know, these two young men have been giving the Pledge of Allegiance at many of our events. They're children of proud gay dads. And I think that the next generation, I know I always say that I won't reach that mountaintop of equality, but I know that this generation will take us there. So if we could get those two little red medals, we want to give them, from the International Imperial Court, our highest honors, a Medal of Valor. And my final is that, though for the first time in 51 years, I will not be marching in the parade or attending the festivals in solidarity with our community's longtime allies and advocates, the Jewish community. But I wish San Diego Pride 2025 participants the very best. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Thank you for all that you do for our community. Could we hear it again for our title holders, please? Well, let me just wrap this up as we snap a few photos up here. I am proud to share that for the first time in our city's history, the city's official Pride Month proclamation will be publicly displayed in the City Hall lobby for the remainder of July. At a time when many members of the LGBTQ community are under attack, this proclamation is a public declaration of who we are and what we stand for as a city. I won't read every whereas clause. You're welcome. But I will read a couple of them. Whereas the city of San Diego is proud to be home to one of the largest Pride celebrations in the nation, and there are folks from Pride leadership here today. We appreciate you. It is a event that brings together hundreds of thousands of residents, families, and allies to uplift love, equality, and dignity. And whereas we recognize the ongoing challenges faced by LGBTQ+ individuals, especially trans and non-binary people, LGBTQ+ youth, and LGBTQ+ communities of color, and we reaffirm the City of San Diego's unwavering commitment to advancing equality, protecting human rights, and ensuring everyone has the freedom to live with the authenticity, safety, and pride. And whereas the City of San Diego recognizes and celebrates the invaluable contributions of the LGBTQ+ community to the cultural, civic, economic, and social fabric of our city, and wishes to honor the legacy of those who came before and celebrate the power of the community to create a more just and inclusive world, now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor and the Council of the City of San Diego, for and on behalf of the people of San Diego, that the month of July 2025 is San Diego LGBTQ+ Pride Month in the City of San Diego. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We really appreciate you. Thank you for all you do for our community, and have a happy Pride, everybody. Thank you.